Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the audio portion of our online video tutorial. At this point in time, I'm going to set up a mic. First thing I'm going to do is set up mic number 12. Okay, mic 12 is the mic that we use a lot when we are doing the 30-second leader. We're going to read the slate. So information will come up on our screen here, such as title of the production, The Runaway Bunny, director Thomas Garcia, date March 29th, 2020, 2020. And then it would also have information about length, 2 minutes, and which take it is, take 1, take 2, take 3. Anyway, it's the responsibility of the audio person to read the information, give it an audio slate. But to do that, we have to set up the mic. And I'm going to give you 3 steps, the 3 steps to do that. Step number 1 is to set your master fader to 0. What do I mean 0? I mean that's all the way to the top. All the way to the top there, people. All the way to the top. All right? Mr. Johnson and Mr. Dunbar, I believe, tell you to operate at like negative 10, but I ask you to operate at 0 for television. Okay, so you master fader all the way up. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2 is which input is it that you want to set up? Again, we talked about this being mic 12, right? So you look at mic 12 input, and you want to put that right up to 0 as well, right up to 0, folks. Put it at 0. How about 0? 0 is a good spot. All right, that's step 2 actually. So how easy the first 2 steps? Put the master fader to 0, put the input fader to 0, right? Now, I'm getting squirrely. Now I'm going to go up here and it gets a little dicier, a little bit trickier, tiny little bit trickier. But we're looking at this input number 12 there, right? Again, see this gain? We talked about it in the first tutorial, the gain control. Each channel has a gain control associated with it. I'm adjusting mic 12, so I have to adjust the gain on mic 12. Right. I'm going to just turn off my other mic right now so you can get an idea how this works. Okay, I'm turning it off. Sliding it up slowly. I'm bringing up the microphone volume through using the gain control. My focus is getting a little wacky. All right, so now you should be hearing me through this mic, right? Now, as a matter of fact, you are hearing me through the mic that's here as the lavalier has been turned off, okay? So how did I do that? I adjusted the gain. I just keep amplifying it until I see those levels there reach between negative 12 and negative 18. So right now it's kind of on the low end, but normally that's because I could talk a little closer to the mic and that would make it louder, or I could crank up the gain even a little bit more. That would make it a little bit louder, but that's usually a pretty good area for you to live in right there. So I'm going to turn on my other mic and I'm going to turn off this one. Okay, now I'm back on my lavalier mic. Okay. So other things you need to know. Say we're going to set up a wireless mic. Let's do that real quick. So I'm going to turn down mic 12. I don't need you anymore. Don't need you anymore. Goodbye. So let's set up mic 3. Okay. Let's pretend. Starting from scratch, they say put a mic on your talent. Open up your mic kit. This is the transmitter. Okay, folks? Transmitter has a little able to put 2 batteries in. I'd like you to use the batteries that are over here. These are the chargeable ones, rechargeables. You put it in, negative goes to negative, the positive goes to positive. This cover is a little, you'll figure it out, but you got to kind of hold it down and push it into place. Then to release it, you kind of hold it down and slide it back and release it. It's got a little spring in there. It's a little spring in its step. So I don't know if you can see, but I'm literally pushing it, literally pulling it. Once you do that, you got it in there. It's all good. If you don't have any chargeable batteries, rechargeables, you could use standard batteries. There's some standard AA's that are in this cabinet over here. Take it back, there are not any in there, but there are plenty to be had if you need them. Okay, then you take this this little thing here. I'm gonna give you see. All right, easier just to show you right up here. All right, the mic goes in here. You want to make sure you line it up. There's this little black dot. See that black dot right there? That's kind of a release. It actually presses in and in and out. And when you hook your mic up, you want to line up that black dot to that little indentation in there. If you can see that little indentation, it's like right on this side. How close can I get with this thing anyway? Interesting. Anyway, experimenting with the camera. Anyway, you line that guy up. You line those two dudes up. You line them up. You line them up. All right. And then the black dot, etc. And you push it in there. Just don't force anything. Shouldn't have to force anything. Okay. Now you want to go ahead and just turn on the mic. The power is located right down here. You flip it on. Boom. Lights start blinking. If you get a blue light, that's good. Red light is bad. Red light means the battery's bad, or going to be bad very soon. You can also see the digital display in here. That's the first time I've seen that break up. Okay, the digital display shows channel 3. Also shows the frequency number. That's good information to have. And now you're pretty much set to go there. So we know it's 3, right? So we know it's linked up to input 3. So again, following our 3 steps, I'm going to bring up master fader to 0, input source fader to 0. So your input number 3 is going to go up to 0 on the board. Why is it looking so bad? That ain't good. Moving forward, 0. Then you adjust your gain control up to, so I'm going to turn this other mic off. So now we're working at 3. He shouldn't hear me at all. Turning it up. Now you can hear me, right? Now this is coming through on 3. Now I'm coming through on 3. I can't hear myself. I hear myself over here, turning up the speakers. Sounds like I got a bad buzz. Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right. Anyway, I'm going to go back to 1. I don't think 1 has that buzz. I hope not. 1, check. 1 seems clean. Okay, so anyway, that's it. 3 steps. Master fader to 0, source fader to 0. Adjust the gain control till your VU meter goes between -12 and -18, and you're all good. Other sources you can use, such as the CD player. Okay, so take a CD. This is what they look like back in the old days. There's one already in there, it looks like, so just put it in the tray. You close up the machinery. This camera's not really working anymore anyway. Get it out of the way. Ain't doing much for me, are you, buddy? All right. Yeah, it still seems a little better now. Maybe. Play your music. Is it back? Is it back to good again? Maybe. All right. You play. You'll see your digital display up here shows numbers. And if you press play, the number should start rolling. 13 and 14. add gain to that. That's something. Okay, the other one is the USB drive thing. Let me show that to you real quick. I think this is not going to have anything, doggone it. I'll be right back, do another edit. Okay, so you turn this machine on. You got a USB drive. Hopefully it has some music on there. I don't know if this one does or not. Not well prepared. If it does, again, are you working? It seems like you're working. Again, back to normal. Okay, let's use you over here then. That's just too much trouble. Okay. So anyway, got your USB goes in that top slot. You see some digital display there, but nothing information really yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and spin this knob just a little bit. When I did that, you can see Pimp Instrumental MP3 appears. So Pimp is apparently the name of the song. See if there's any other ones in here. There's Wu-Tang Clan. Those are the two that are on there. So let's listen to Wu-Tang, and then I'll show you how to bring it up over here. Then you go over here to your board, and oh wow, nice close-up. 15 and 16 are the inputs. So we want to bring those up. These should actually be tied together. I'll show you a secret how to tie those together. See, 13 and 14 are tied together. But there's our music again. 15 and 16 are not tied together. They should be, but I'm going to do that by pressing down and holding select and select, and that should then, yep, see, gives them together. Right. So music usually comes through in stereo channels, left and right. So that's why we need two channels for that. So this is the Wu-Tang, as high as something happens, whatever, something. Okay, I can play the other one. You could hit stop, you know, whatever. If you hit stop, it'll basically reset it back to the beginning, or actually set it. You can pause it, or you can stop it. You know, does some weird things. Sometimes it goes to the other cut. You don't want it to. All right. So anywho, bossa nova. What else? Yeah, that's about it for this particular segment. That's how you set up your levels. All right. Okay. Thanks for joining me, and watch for the little quiz that's associated with this. And we'll hit you up next time. Not sure what's coming up next. All right. Take care.